Yeah, LDZ came into the scene a little over a month ago, and he was sort of a no-name, and then he just sort of won Gravy Cancel. And then they were like, oh, cool, some no-name got Gravy Cancel, that's nice. But then he just sort of started winning every tournament he entered. Or not always winning, but he always placed top 4. Just consistently destroys everyone he plays, even top tiers. It's kind of crazy. No idea where he came from, but he's sponsored by VexX now, apparently. Or he's at least in VexX.
Yeah, a part of VexX. Something happening with inertia. I'm not quite sure the details. Either way, here we go. Mammoth Fortress. Both players. Oh, Chugum going random once again, finding that Cassidy, and LDZ using his signature Queen Nine. Tosses the spear aside, goes for the spear himself, tries to go for that downer, doesn't quite connect. Chugum getting a decent amount of unarmed. Goes for that neutral air into the side light, goes for the downlight follow-up, doesn't quite work out. Chugum finds a weapon finally. It's the guns. Ooh, tosses the spear to his face twice in a row. Doesn't get any follow-up. Another spear toss. LDZ just putting on the damage very slowly on the Chugum's Cassidy with these spear tosses, and there's the guitars that LDZ likes so much. Goes for the GC neutral sig, and Chugum was ready to punish with a neutral air.
So the great thing about this is that he got Cassidy's hammer, which is arguably better than Nash's hammer in my opinion. Having more decks and the same amount of force is pretty nice.
True, and she's got some interesting signatures to punish. I know Cassidy's hammer neutral signature is always very fun because he can punish kind of like his anti-air, grab them, throw them, and has a decent amount of killing potential. There it is right there. Tries to punish with it. LDZ tries to respond, but it ends up getting hit by a stomp side air and finds himself into the orange. Another neutral signature gets hit by a neutral air. Both players find themselves in the red, and the side sig that misses and gets punished by Chugum once again.
LDZ with the slow ground pound for the edge guard, not quite working, but he finds the Sair, gets a kill. He is in red already though. Chugum, weaponless now.
Yeah, in red, but also Queen Nai. I feel like he's going to take a decent amount more damage before he's actually able to lose the stock. Chugum holding onto the bomb. Let's see if he gets a lucky one like he did against Croc. He doesn't quite do it. Goes for that sliding neutral signature. LDZ, however, doesn't get hit by it. Goes in with the guitar, sends him into the yellow, and holds on to his weapons. I feel like he's going to try to... Wow. That
beautiful dodge in neutral sig.
That neutral sig, I did not expect that neutral sig to hit, let alone kill. And Chugum actually ends up evening up 2-2.
Yeah, Chugum doing a pretty good job so far. Equaled out. If Chugum gets the win with Cassidy, that's going to be huge.
Chugum holding onto the spike ball, tosses it downwards. LDZ goes for a bomb trade that doesn't favor him, to be quite honest. Chugum punishes LDZ for reaching for that weapon, finds the hammer, goes for that signature, doesn't quite connect, and the stop scoop sends LDZ deep into the red. Chugum tosses the guns away in the side air. LDZ finds himself off stage. Chugum has the opportunity to take a solid lead here. Waits very long for LDZ to recover, but LDZ always fantastic with that unarmed recovery when it comes to Queen Nai. Always be able to make it to the stage. It's a signature move of his to make it to the stage with the side air, I found. Dodges past that side air, holds onto the guitars, and LDZ stock tanking like a champ. Hits him with that side light, goes to the side air, but the scoop will kill him off the top of the map.
Chugum actually looks like he's fishing for guns instead of using the hammer. Huh. He actually just throws his hammer away and gets no benefit from it.
Ooh, picks up another hammer. LDZ's ready to punish with the unarmed, but I guess Chugum doesn't really mind what weapon he's using at the moment because of how much of a lead he's in. Tosses the hammer into his face. LDZ punishes him with the neutral as he lands, holds onto the spear, definitely wants the guitars, tries to go for the side signature. Those side sticks have not been connecting this match, and Chugum tosses the spike ball away, holds onto the guns. Maybe he'll go in for another sliding neutral signature. No, the downlight into the side air actually puts some more damage on the LDZ, further into the yellow, but a side air from the guitars on stage will do it. I did not expect that to kill.
I don't even think that had kill force. I think Chugum just didn't use his dodge. For those who don't know, if you're really close to death, you can dodge right before you die, and it'll actually save you. Assuming they don't have enough force, like
right.
If it's right on the edge.
I feel like Chugum was kind of having the same thought I was, which was that sider definitely isn't going to kill. Either way, gets punished by LDZ, and LDZ's actually kind of taking the stock and evening it up really quickly. Ooh, that charging down stick was not a good idea. Chugum's ready to punish that, sends him further into the orange, but LDZ, excellent dodge, tries to go in with it. Oh, no, a dodge of his own, baiting on a response from Chugum, goes for that neutral light, doesn't get the recovery, and Chugum hits him with the cider.
Gosh, this is really anyone's game right now. Both players approaching kill percent. Chugum's already in kill percent for Queen Nai signatures, but not for a side or recovery. LDZ is going to find it really difficult to kill with a sig against Chugum.
Yeah.
He's just so good at spacing in general.
Right, and usually with those reads that comes from Queen 9. Wow, that spot touch gets brutally punished by Chugum's side sig, and he gets forced into the deep breath, and Scoop barely spacing around it. LDZ wants nothing to do with that off stage, holds on to the spear, tosses it aside. Screw these spears, he says, I want my guitars back, tosses that one off
Wow.
too, but Chugum gets the favorable weapon spawn, goes in for the side air. This is terrifying. A single hammer hit from Chugum will end LDZ's stock, and he'll take game 1. LDZ finds the guitars, dodges around. That's the signature.
Gets the side sig.
And the stock Chugum takes that game with his random pick.
That's pretty huge. I think he sticks with random when he wins.
We'll see.
I
Against a
remember
player like
correctly.
LDZ, he may actually just end up picking Ash. But no, you're right. What? Ooh, he hovered random for a second.
Oh, is he? Oh, is he? Oh, what? Come on, Chugum. The suspense is unbearable. He wants to see what maps, or what map LDZ picks first, I think. A
I
map
don't
like,
actually think he can do that because Chugum won. He has to pick his legend first before LDZ picks anything. I believe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he wants the Queen 9 draw? Alright, random. Gets
Ran-
Hattori.
Ooh, that's a kind of a scary matchup. LDZ sticking to his guy.
Hattori having the opposite stats of Queen 9, having high dexterity and speed instead of force and defense.
And they find
I
themselves
haven't
in Twilight
seen
Grove.
Chugum play this character before.
Neither have I, and Chugum immediately opens it up with some damage, tosses the spear in LDZ face, follows it up with the neutral light into another weapon toss. LDZ taking a decent amount of damage. Another neutral air. LDZ's yet to land anything on Chugum's Hattori, and D-Light side air? That'll do it. That'll put him further into the orange. Chugum's doing an excellent job of just being able to use the spear, but there's the neutral light into the recovery. Sends Chugum into the yellow. LDZ tries to land with the neutral air. Doesn't quite connect, and Chugum goes for a very interesting signature option. LDZ actually is able to punch the down sig, and neutral air into side sig. Doesn't quite work.
This is interesting. Chugum's actually playing pretty aggressive. He's kind of known for his spacing passive play, but he's actually playing Hattori far more aggressively than any other thing.
Yeah,
character
reminiscent
that's
of
been-
the only other Hattori main that I know that's like known for using Hattori. Ooh, the recovery killing him, but being like Egg Soup, who's incredibly aggressive whenever he uses that legend.
Right.
LDZ going with the guitars now. The neutral there, despite that devastating early game from Chugum's spear, is actually able to take the stock lead. Goes for an air himself and gets punished by a downer from Chugum to the side air, but doesn't quite end the stock night yet. LDZ's Queen Nye's defense being quite high.
You know, the one thing we see Chugum not doing, which Exu certainly would, is go for very aggressive edge guards. Chugum, I guess he just doesn't practice them or something, and so he never goes for them in tournaments.
Well, there's
It's too
also
bad.
like the idea of the risk for reward, because off-stage play is always incredibly risky in the sense that you can lose your stock no matter what percent of damage you're at, just depending on how jumps.
It's not
are
even
managed.
about that though, because like you have to put that risk out if you want to take the huge reward. Like you see players like Egg Soup, Stevenator, just like actually basically everyone in the top tier, EXO and Dabrian being other examples, will go
Yeah.
for those crazy offstage plays because the risk reward is in your benefit if you practice offstage play.
And the only way to practice
Especially
it
if you're
is to do it a lot. And LDZ,
Yeah,
however, is kind of punishing Chugum for not really going for those risk maneuvers and hits him with another recovery. Chugum's Hattori not looking nearly as solid as the Cassidy. That or LDZ is just kind of adapted to Chugum playing these random characters, but a recovery will kill him off the top, but still a stock lead for LDZ.
Yeah, I didn't really have any hope when Chugum got Hattori. He's not the best with sword. And like the spear on Hattori is like so opposite of what Nash tries to do. Like you can't really play the sort of passive game with Hattori spear that you can with Nash. It plays out so much differently, especially with the different signatures and such.
Ooh, goes for that ground pound. Chugum was able to dodge around it, but Chugum's actually playing really slowly now with the sword. Kind of taking it at a slow pace, and the neutral sig will do it. I feel like he wanted nothing to do with that Hattori pick after a certain amount of time. Like, you could just tell the way that he was moving. Threw out a few end lights, but for the most part, he was ready to pick Nash.
Bugsy is telling Chugum to pick Cassidy. See if he listens. I mean, he did win with Cassidy. For what
True.
it's worth.
Despite being a close match, it was rather convincing.
Oh my gosh, so much LDZ spam in the chat.
alternating between Chugum and LDZ. Turtle Galaxy, shout out to you for being able to join in with your PogChamp spam. It isn't a Brawlhalla tournament without Turtle Galaxy in the chat. That is for certain. And wow, Chugum actually picks Cassidy.
I mean, he won.
That's true. Switches up the guns that he's using as well. No longer being Cassidy's cupcakes, even though the skin definitely still fits that theme. And here we go, Cassidy being picked for the third game in this best of 3 against VexX's LDZ.
All right. Got Cassidy's cupcakes versus LDZ's Queen Nine. I mean, Chugum didn't really seem comfortable on the guns when he was playing Cassidy, but like his hammer play is just so dominating that it doesn't matter, right?
True. LDZ going with that side save wasn't he? Despite what you're saying about the guns, he's still trying to use them and failing. It seems with the bomb actually lands as LDZ dodges into it. Chugum finds the hammer, tries to go for a sider, gets that on the weapon toss instead. LDZ hits it with the neutral air, goes for another neutral air, goes for that recovery, doesn't connect, but Chugum's already finding himself at kill percent, which is pretty dangerous considering LDZ is playing a legend like Queen 9.
Yeah, Chugum isn't really a Cassidy player, but he isn't like awful because she has a hammer. You know,
right?
You do good, but
when it comes to
I feel like if he picked Nash, he would have won. Like,
true, but at the same time, as I was reading the Twitch chat earlier, Chugum made a statement about how the reason why he picks random is purely for fun. He doesn't treat the tournaments as like life or anything, even as cash prize. So the idea that he's picking Cassidy here right now may literally just be because Pugsy told him to do it. Either way, LDZ going with that side light. LDZ throwing the bomb below the stage to force Chugum to recover high. Doesn't go for that punish there, and a good thing that he didn't because Chugum was ready to punish the side sig. And there's the side air to be able
LDZ
to end
finds
Chugum's
the first
stock.
kill. Only at Deep Orange. With 8 defense, he's actually quite a ways away from dying still. He's going to be able to tank 1 or 2 more hits.
Ooh,
yep.
After a signature like that, no weapon toss.
Well, he doesn't die to the signature, but the weapon throw will finish him off.
Yeah, definitely. And Chugum's actually able to even that up 2-2, despite it looking very dominant from LDZ in the first stock. LDZ doesn't go for the mine there. Def actually picks it up. Chugum throws his guns into it, saying, screw these weapons, I don't want them anyways. And LDZ goes in for that sidelight, D-light, side air combo. LDZ holding onto the guitars, gets hit by Chugum's unarmed approach, and LDZ is able to punish his dodge through him with the down sig.
Yeah, LDZ finding a good amount of damage on Chugum. Chugum still struggling to find that hammer to make the comeback, but so far he's doing okay when he has the guns, but not good enough because LDZ is still winning on the trades.
Yeah, they're kind of, in a sense, almost trading evenly, which isn't okay considering LDZ's defense stat by picking Queen Eye. Chugum, however, hits him with a cider, sends him into the orange, gets ready to hit him with another cider, and a scoop actually punishes LDZ for going in for a sloppy cider. Tosses the spear off the side of the stage, holds on to the guitars, and then neutral sig covers Chugum's jump. Chugum literally jumping into his death as LDZ takes the lead 2-1 in this game 3, and Chugum waits him out, actually gets a hit by a neutral air as LDZ lands and is able to punish with an arm combo. LDZ trying to go for that neutral air once again. The downside doesn't punish, and LDZ gets a crazy combo into recovery. Another neutral air sends Chugum deeper into the yellow, tries to dodge the ground pound, doesn't quite connect, and Chugum is just getting knocked around by LDZ's guitars. Goes for that neutral sig to punish an approach, but LDZ is being rather patient. Tries to hit him with a neutral light. Chugum throwing out another neutral signature. Just signatures all around, and a neutral light recovery sends Chugum flying. LDZ looks like he's going to take a solid 2 stock off of Chugum's Cassidy.
Yeah, this is looking really bad. He's going to have to play a perfect stock against LDZ's last stock if he wants to win this. It's going to be tough. LDZ can kill with a lot. I don't think side air with guitars will kill yet, but after that it might.
And a side air with a spear definitely will. LDZ holding on to the spear and Queen Nine. He's going to toss it aside. He's much more comfortable with guitars. Chugum opting to go for that offstage game. Goes beneath the stage and nearly flows the recovery. LDZ goes with that ground pound into a side air. Neither one connects. Chugum recovering high, playing the game as slow as possible. Actually gets the neutral air, sends LDZ into yellow, but there, well, goes for that neutral lane to side sig. Doesn't quite connect. The side air, however, will end it. And LDZ takes game 3.